I'd love to ask you to what degree Robin Williams was an Uncle Charlie for you. Like, what did he teach you that changed who you are as a man and an actor?
That's a really nice question. Yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Daniel, Mr. Affleck, good to see you guys. How are you?
How are you? Good to see you.
I'm going to jump into this. Seriously, it's absolutely phenomenal. Ben, I actually think this is the best performance of your career, so congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to jump into this. Ben, I got to say, I do love the idea of a memoir, sort of using your craft and what you're good at to tell your story. I wonder how much of your own story has been told in your work, both in front of and behind the camera, sort of like a memoir. Like if I were to sit down and watch all of your performances and the films you've directed, how much would I learn about who you are as a person?
I don't know that you would learn literally about who I am as a person, but I think any actor, or writer, or director, you know, if they're really doing, you know, if they watch Daniel's performance, I don't necessarily know all the details of his life, but I can feel the essence of the things that he cares about, and the honesty and the integrity and the beauty of that. It comes through. For me, you know, the movies that I've written and directed in particular I was just, in fact, just talking to my daughter about this the other night, have a sort of consistent theme that I've recognized that has to do with the importance of parenting and the degree to which we either kind of pass down, you know, an unfortunate legacy or something really positive and beautiful to our children. And that takes work, and that's kind of the defining aspect of our lives if we have children. And so that's something that you would learn about me, but really you have to be able to access and identify with. I mean, this job is really beautiful in a way because it teaches you to have empathy and compassion for people, because you can't play a character that you can't relate to or understand, and you got to be able to see life through other people's perspectives and be in other people's shoes, and that's one of the things I love about it.
Well, it's one of the things I think you're best at. Daniel, you just through this film alone got the chance to work with some of the best actors working today. You look at Ben, you look at Lily, Christopher Lloyd, even George Clooney. What is the most important lesson you picked up from them that you're going to bring to your next project?
You have to, when you're acting, talk like you're having a real conversation. That's it. I'm gonna just remember that for
You don't need to
everything.
take acting class, anything. There it is, bang.
That's it.
Look at that. He's learning.
There are a lot of actors out there that could use that lesson.
I didn't learn it until a few years ago. So,
you know, Mr. Affleck, I truly love the idea of an Uncle Charlie, that person in our life when we're growing up who teaches us about life. Since next year is the 25th anniversary of Good Will Hunting, I'd love to ask you to what degree Robin Williams was an Uncle Charlie for you. Like, what did he teach you that changed who you are as a man and an actor?
that's a really nice question. Yeah, I loved Robin. He was the first person that I really met or knew who was like famous, you know, and he was just written this movie, and it was amazing that it sort of got made. And then Robin Williams, who was probably the biggest star around at the time, like was in the movie, and really, you know, I mean, he did so much for us by believing in us and doing that movie, and also by how warm and lovely and kind he was and collaborative. And I just thought, like, well, if this guy can do it and be kind to people and collaborate and work with people and care about them and listen to them, I certainly can. And, you know, he was a really extraordinary, kind, loving guy. And that's to me the legacy of Robin. It's what his comedy was rooted in, a kind of basic goodness and humanity. And yeah, he was. I wish I had known him my whole life growing up. I didn't have that opportunity, but when I did meet him, and I was a pretty young guy, I was 24, it made a massive impression on me. Like, I thought, okay, that's how you do this. I'm gonna spend my life trying to live up to this example.
Love that. Guys, I could talk to you all day, but the movie is absolutely phenomenal. And seriously, I truly appreciate you taking the time. I know you got a busy day, so I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you guys.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.